Starting in Cerro Castillo, we're setting off on our second week of travel along Chile's Carretera Austral. As we head deeper into the maze of mountain valleys and high rocky peaks, this place is reaching a level of familiarity that has us scratching our heads and wondering if we've been instantly transported back home. Chilean Patagonia is astounding, beautiful, and will leave you weeping with tears of amazement. We cannot wait to share it all with you, so buckle up and let's roam. Some roads don't simply exist on a map. They live in your mind, calling to you in your sleep, filling your thoughts at work. The Pan American Highway, a road spanning the length of North and South America, a 30,000-kilometer road trip through more than 15 countries, is that road for us. Life to us is nothing more than a collection of moments, and we want to fill our moments with adventure. So for 18 months, we'll be driving south from Tuctayacta, Canada, all the way to Ushuaia, Argentina. From the Arctic to the Andes, through deserts, jungles, and the unknown, we'll live and wander in our self-built adventure mobile, seeking stories, chasing landscapes, and redefining what it means to us to be modern-day explorers. This is our journey. Week 2 on the Carretera Austral, and the beauty still has not relented. It hasn't softened or faded. If anything, it has deepened. With every kilometer beneath our wheels, the world beyond the windshield grows more dramatic, more improbable, and more arresting. We've wandered into a place where the phrase "look up" becomes a quiet mantra, a small act of reverence repeated again and again as towering mountains rise around us. In short, this place feels almost beyond comprehension.
Well, folks, welcome to Chile. Welcome to nearly Patagonia. Today we are on a hike, the first in a very long time, and in typical slow roamer style, we're throwing ourselves into a hike that's over 13 kilometers long and 1,000 meters gain after not hiking for so long.
We hiked out again.
I know, but that wasn't like this. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good start to a really good week. What do you say, babe?
Yeah!
All right.
Finally, trails!
Yeah, it's beautiful here. Holy moly.
The act of walking somewhere up a strenuous incline is, as I have explained before, an oddly restorative activity. As I'm sure many people have discovered before, and by no means is this new information, it has a way of clearing the mind. Life narrows down to the dirt path ahead of you and the rhythmic sound of your breath in and out of your lungs. This simplification with the added benefit of the exercise we get while hiking is one of the best things we have in our toolkit to smooth over life's ripples. Admittedly, we haven't done as much hiking lately as we would have liked. It's taken a lot to get here. With everything that we wanted to do and see on this trip, we've had to set an ambitious pace, which has resulted in a string of experiences that have filled our minds. It's good to allow ourselves a chance to just walk and digest it all.
Hi. Did we make it?
We made it.
I'm not in it. Yay, we made it.
Your arm's too short.
With our hike out of the way, we'd be retiring to a spot with an excellent view of Cerro Castillo, and there we'd await the arrival of our friends Shu and Ash, fellow travelers on the Pan Am who we had met in San Ignacio, Baja Sur, Mexico 2 years ago. Since reaching South America, we've missed a couple meetups with them. Today, that will finally change. Well, tonight's refuel food, bibimbap.
But not just any bibimbap. Vicuña bibimbap. I don't think that's traditional.
No, I don't think we're doing this in Korea. Well, I gotta say, sunsets here are pretty incredible. I think I hear our friends. There they are. Look at those two Indians rapping. Oh my gosh, look at these two.
I remember you guys now, I think.
He needs to take a leak bag.
So this is Shu and Ash. Hi, Shu.
Hello! Hello again from Baja.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we're in Chile.
That's crazy.
Did you see any moonrise inside? Well, yeah, I don't want to do any more climbing. Yeah.
Not today, I guess.
If they have issues, they'll be sleeping in your bed.
Yeah. Shake. Shake. Other one. Other one. Other one. Good job. Okay, one more. Make it count. Sit.
Then she knows spin too.
Spin. Do you spin?
The other way.
Spin.
Okay, roll over as well.
The following day, we stayed put, spending precious time with our friends, relishing every moment of interaction with them. This was the first time we'd spent a full, uninterrupted day with fellow travelers since we'd left Colombia 8 months ago. It's still shocking to consider how few travelers we've met along the way over the past year and a half.
Alright, Ash, show me what you got cooking.
This is a chicken curry.
Chicken curry.
The Indians are cooking us Indian food.
Surprise, surprise.
Wow.
Like kings and queens. Indian kings and queens, except for this white guy behind the camera.
Cheers. Cheers. Thank you for the naan.
My pleasure. For our wonderful
Thank you for
first
gracing us
memories.
with your presence. It's been exceptional.
Oh, nothing quite like a hot meal on a cold day.
And Meg made carrot cake. My goodness. We're eating like kings and queens.
We sure are.
Happy about it, Ash?
So happy.
So happy.
Cake is such a luxury.
Is it though? How many slices of cake have you guys
Was
gotten
someone
in
making
Chile?
me cake?
Yeah. Camping cake?
Camping cake is a luxury.
We bid our friends goodbye the next day as they needed to go prepare paperwork for their dogs before crossing into Argentina. We exchanged promises that we would find them again, and then just like that, they were leaving. Another sliver of time with people that was simply too short.
Well, that was a great little camping hangout session with Shu and Ash. They're friends of ours that we met way up in Baja like 2 years ago, and finally intersected with them here on the Pan Am. And we might see them one more time either today or much further down closer to Ushuaia. So expect to see them again on the video. And for today, we're just going to go a couple hours down the road and find another place to camp up and do a little bit of work because, yeah, we're just waiting for weather again.
Yep.
Let's go.
Bye.
In a place like Chilean Patagonia, finding something to look at while driving is really no challenge, even on a slightly overcast day. We're playing the weather dodging game now, and as the seasons begin to change here, rain and cloud cover will get a little bit more frequent, so we're making sure to consistently inch our way south, despite making the rule to only move on sunny days. After the drive days that we were seeing while further north in South America, an hour or two of driving at a time is totally manageable, and honestly feels short. During our drive day today, we'd passed the point at which the Carretera Austral turns to gravel and more or less remains so until via O'Higgins. We stopped for the day on a gravel bar beside a river thick with glacier silt. Its constant murmur filled our home on wheels, softening the world and washing away the sound of the road nearby. When we stepped outside, the landscape felt familiar, as if we'd wandered back into a place we know by heart. Clouds curled around the mountain peaks, dappled sunlight drifted across the high cliffs, and a light wind stirred the leaves in the trees. The colors reached out to us in a way that felt known and comforting. A quiet, gentle embrace.
So today is kind of a mix of rain and cloud, and so we're just gonna move an hour down the road. We've got a tour early tomorrow morning, which we're excited to show you guys. And yeah, it's just kind of a chill day for us. We're gonna do a little bit of movement.
Let's go.
Let's go. So we've been driving alongside this lake for the past 20 minutes or so, staring out at this gumball colored water, and I think we need to go for a swim. What do you say, babe?
Oh, alright.
It's gonna be really cold because it's all glacier fed, pretty sure, so let's go! Well, there it is, the water.
It's starting to look like we're getting back into cold plunge territory once again. While in the Pucón region the water was a perfect temperature, but as we've made our way further south, lakes and rivers have really started to cool off.
Should we just go here?
Made it!
Oh my gosh. What in the...
Well, stay in a bad spot. Got a nice little view.
The next morning we were, as Meg likes to say, up at a sparrow's fart, which loosely translates to up early. We had booked a kayak tour to the Marble Caves, and today would be our first time out on the water in single kayaks.
Meg, what are we doing?
Kayaking this morning.
Where are we going?
Marble Caves. Yeah, just wait. You're gonna love it.
The Marble Caves were shaped over thousands of years by a slow, patient combination of water and time. The formations are made primarily of calcium carbonate, but they're not pure marble. The rock is roughly 93% marble, mixed with other minerals that influence its texture and color. Constant wave action from the lake gradually carved the stone from below, while slightly acidic rainfall and glacier meltwater help dissolve and smooth the marble. As water levels rise and fall with the seasons, the lake continues to polish the cave walls, creating the rounded columns and flowing shapes seen today.
This is super cool.
Whoa. Hey Meg, wave for the camera. Hello.
Kayaking the Marble Caves versus taking a motorboat was an excellent decision in our humble opinion, and we'd suggest the experience to anyone. Being out on the water was a fairly new experience for us, and one I think we both rather enjoyed. I think it's safe to say that it's likely you'll be seeing further water activities from the slow roamers in the future. This kind of thing is just too good to pass up and offers such an interesting and new perspective to adventure travel. When we'd finished with our tour and walked around the small town of Puerto Rio Tranquilo for a couple hours, we set out from town along Rio Norte and into the mountains. We'd been told of a pretty spectacular drive by our friends Shu and Ash, and well, they were not wrong. Our necks were about to become sore from staring upwards towards a world that exists on high, and we would continually recite that now familiar mantra, look up, look up, look up.
crossing.
That night, beside Rio Norte, we'd camp amidst giants. Silent, looming hulks of stone standing above us like ancient protectors, sheltering us from the world as long as we were willing to stay. The mountains, forever our friends. There's a great view outside. And guess what? There's great food inside. What are we eating, my love?
This is butternut squash soup with grilled cheese, and the butternut squash is smuggled from Argentina.
You criminal! I can't believe you.
Scandalous!
Scandalous! Alright, well, let's eat some butternut squash soup. Oh, so I'd just like to feature what I'm drinking tonight. Patagonia by Austral. Hoppy lager. Delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah. Alright, so it's time to finish out this week. Last day of shooting. We're gonna have a bit of a busy day, I think. We're gonna go and try and get a view of a glacier over there at this park. Gonna do a little bit of hiking, and then we've got like a 3-ish hour drive to get to a place called Cochrane, which is not Cochrane, Alberta, it's Cochrane, Chile, spelled the same. And yeah, we're gonna probably see if we can catch Shu and Ash one more time before they head back into Argentina. And then next week is gonna be all the way down to Via O'Higgins.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Okay, let's go. Yep.
Another walk to clear our minds, a fitting conclusion to yet another week of travel and exploration along the Carretera Austral. Yet again, we'd be reminded of our homeland in a unique way. The temperate rainforest at the base of the moraine we were climbing shared in the lingering sense of the rainforests we know back in British Columbia. Although the tree species and birds that make the treetops their home were all different, there was the unshakable feeling that we were possibly in the forests on the west coast of Canada. Undoubtedly, we'd slip on the wet roots, just like back home, and the welcome smell of wet topsoil that filled our nostrils was unmistakable. Well, this rather reminds us of Alaska, so it looks as though our experience here is mirrored a little bit further north from here on out.
what do you think of the glacier?
Pretty big. Pretty cool. It's made some sounds.
Don't sound so enthused, would you?
It'd be nice if it was sunny. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm whining about. Oh, but there's hummingbirds.
So that's a good thing.
And we saw a dragonfly take down a wasp.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Highlight of our day. Yeah. Glacier, man. Dragonfly taking down wasp, totally sick.
Yeah. Bugs.
Alrighty then. That's that. We're heading back to Cochrane and into the next week of travel. Let's go.
Another exceptional week of epic views, camp spots, and memories made. Chilean Patagonia is really putting on a show for us, and we're loving every minute of it. Week 3 of the Carretera Austral is just around the corner, and what's to come will blow you away, so stay tuned. Thank you for being here along with us on this journey. We hope, in some way, we've sparked your curiosity. Maybe you even learned something. At the very least, we hope we showed you a world worth exploring, worth protecting, and valuing. Now, get out and go on that next big adventure. Make the memories that stick with you, shape you, and change you. And until the next one, keep on roaming. If you would like to see behind-the-scenes content, get route and camp spot information, or if you'd just like to help support us by putting some gas in our tank each month, you can contribute on Patreon or through memberships on our YouTube channel. And oh hey there bud, before you go, don't forget to go on over to slowroamers.com to get yourself some rad Slow Roamers merch. Looks real good on ya, believe me. We've even got some new stickers and stuff in there for ya. For additional photos and commentary on our journey, you can follow along on Facebook and Instagram. Well, Chilean Patagonia, you are delicious. I'd eat you up like cake. Alright, bye.